Good afternoon. My name is Sergeant Grimes from San Andreas State Police Department. I just went through a hiring event for more officers because due Officer Kostas is on long-term personal time leave due to him being in the military. He's finishing his military career, and then he's going to spend a little bit of time with his family before returning back to the San Andreas State Police Department. So we hired Michael DeSanta. If you guys don't know who he is, he's actually a main character in Grand Theft Auto 5 story mode. He's actually a criminal in the story mode where in the very beginning he robbed the bank in North Yankton. He was placed in witness protection because he got out of that job. Then he went back into doing more of the criminal activity. Well, he put an application in for the San Andreas State Police Department to try to see how his actions affected the officers. Well, with that being said, he was hired on his first night on the police force was last night on March 1st. We're on duty about, I would say about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning USA time, not game time, in real time in Michigan. Officer Michael DeSanta got dispatched to a car theft suspect in Morningwood. The officer responded, code 2, that's what the call said to respond as. When Officer Michael DeSanta arrived, he activated his body cam. Because when you are first hired in as a San Andreas State Police, you're on a 30-day probation, meaning if you get any trouble, you will be fired at any time. Well, during that first shift, like I said, he got a call to a car theft suspect, and on arrival, he hit the body cam button to activate his body cam to record the situation. Sergeant Grimes, myself, and the Internal Affairs is going to talk about this. When he got out of the car to approach the suspect, you can see the suspect pulled out a handgun on Officer DeSanta. Then Officer DeSanta pulled out his gun, returning when the suspect started firing shots at him. So Officer Michael DeSanta drew his service weapon, and returned fire. Took shelter behind his unit, put up the radio, hit the panic mode button on his radio where it beeps, beep, 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 to get more units involved and out. And Sergeant Lyman was the sergeant on last night, and he's going to be on tonight. Me and the IAA have reviewed the shooting. We have found Officer Michael DeSanta justified because the suspect has pulled the gun out on him and started shooting at him first. Now, the tables would have been the other way if Officer Michael DeSanta decided to pull his gun out and start shooting him just because he was still in the car. Officer Michael DeSanta would face disciplinary actions. Let me be right back. I'll tell you what those disciplinary actions will be. So for you all to know, we do the LSPD. Is that game? Yes. But in this game, we're supposed to take it as real life crime and do it in like real life in the game. So, like I said, I went through a hiring affair, and Officer Michael DeSanta has put in an application. Okay. I reviewed it. My boss has reviewed it. We checked in his criminal record. Yes, we know. It's passed. But, here's where, the rules. he will be on probation for 30 days. Jobs probation, not criminal. Meaning, like I said, if he goes out and does something that is against our laws or breaks the law, he can see consequences within those 30 days. You have to be professional. If you have a shootout, the IA, myself, Sergeant Grimes, will investigate the shooting to see if it is justified or not. And if the shooting does happen, Officer Michael will be on suspended until the investigation is done, where we look at the body cam and we talk about it. Well, that's exactly what happened. He was placed on administrative leave till now, because the IAA looked at it last night because they got out there fast. And Sergeant Grimes, I watched it on the recording through my phone. Okay? Now, this is our write-up and thing. So anyone can come in and make a complaint, okay, to any of the supervisors that's on call. And the complaint forms looks like this. It's called Incident Reports. The name, date, the location, who's responding, officer on duty, taken by the sergeant, the shift supervisor, and write down the complaint. Complainant sign it. The sergeant will sign the date, and then the back of it is the action for Sergeant Grimes. That'll be me. Okay. We'll write down what happens, what write-up he's gonna get. Okay, or disciplinary. Okay. So that being said, I'm gonna go through this write-up process. So after your 30 days, your first write-up is a verbal warning. Meaning it's, you get caught in the office, you get a nice talking to, say, okay, we understand you messed up, don't let it happen again because you might see more consequences. Second write-up is desk duty, where they're stuck in the police station behind the desk, taking phone calls, calling out crimes. Third write-up is a 2-week suspension with no pay. Fourth write-up is a 30-day suspended, no license. And if you reach write-up number 5, you're fired. Right off the bat. No questions asked. But if you get multiple write-ups in the month that goes 1 to 5, while you're on probation, you will see the original steps being taken. Now, once you're off of the 30-day suspension, you are only allowed to get so many write-ups within the 3 months time, because we review the shift reports or the incidents or call logs to make sure everything went well. If not, then you'll get disciplinary actions. It goes off the severe of the crime. So, like I said, Officer Michael T. Santos' first day on the shift last night was pretty good, except for that shootout that happened with the car suspect. So once again, Officer Michael T. Santos was able to finish his shift last night. The sergeant called me. I said yes, he can finish his shift. He's a newbie. Thank God there was not another shootout. But here's the thing though. He was placed on a paid administrative leave immediately when he went off duty. Okay? So technically what I'm saying is, he went off duty, he was suspended from then to now. Because the investigation is complete, Yes, the suspect was pronounced DOA when our paramedics arrived. Do multiple officers shooting because he was shooting at all the officers on scene. Now, if you're not a newbie, you will see the consequences. Once again, press update for the officer involved shooting. Thank you. I'm Sergeant Grimes with the San Andreas State Police Department.